So you've built this amazing website, right? It's got awesome content, the design is super sleek, but there's a problem. It kind of feels like you've set up shop in the middle of the desert. How do you get anyone to find you? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today, the art of building your website's reputation, what the pros call off-page SEO.
Okay, let's break this down with a simple analogy that honestly makes it all just click. Think of on-page SEO. You know, things like your keywords and site speed as decorating your physical store. You're making it beautiful, you're making it easy for customers to find what they need once they're inside. But off-page SEO? That's everything you do to build your reputation in town, so other people start talking about you, recommending your shop, and sending new customers right to your door. It's the word of mouth that really drives growth.
All right, so if our website is the store, that means we've got to step outside its four walls and see what the rest of the world thinks. Because that's where search engines, like Google, get their biggest clues about you.
So let's get official for a second. What exactly is it? Off-page SEO is basically the sum of all the actions you take outside of your own website to convince search engines that your site is the real deal, that it's credible, trustworthy, and an authority on its topic. It's all about building those external signals that vouch for your quality.
And why should you care? I mean, really, why does this matter so much? It's like a domino effect. Check it out. When you build that authority, Google starts to trust your site. And when Google trusts you, your keyword rankings start to climb. And of course, better rankings, plus direct links from other sites, that brings in that super important referral traffic. See how it works? Each piece builds on the next, creating this really powerful engine for growth.
So how in the world do we build that trust? If our goal is to build a killer reputation, then the currency we're dealing with on the web is something called backlinks. This right here is the absolute heart of off-page SEO.
Put simply, a backlink is just a link from someone else's website that points over to a page on your website. That's it. It's a hyperlink you didn't create, pointing back to your digital doorstep. Sounds simple, right? But oh man, their impact is massive.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. They act as votes of trust. Every single backlink is a vote of confidence. When another site links to you, they're basically shouting out to their audience and, more importantly, to Google, hey, this stuff over here is legit. It's valuable, it's trustworthy, we stand by it.
But here's the thing, and this is absolutely critical. Not all votes are created equal, not even close. A link from a huge, respected authority site in your industry, that's like getting an endorsement from a top expert. It carries a ton of weight. Now, on the flip side, a link from some spammy, low-quality site, that's like a recommendation from someone nobody trusts. It can actually do more harm than good. So remember, the name of the game is quality over quantity. Always.
Okay, so we get it. We need these high-quality votes of trust. But how do we actually get them? Let's start digging into some real strategies for earning those super valuable links.
So yeah, the big question is, how do you convince other websites to give you that valuable thumbs up? Let me give you a hint. It's not about begging, and it's definitely not about buying your way in. It's all about earning them through smart, strategic work.
And here's the good news. You really don't have to be a seasoned pro to get started. There are some incredibly powerful, beginner-friendly strategies you can use. Things like guest posting, writing for other people's blogs. There's also broken link building, which is kind of clever. You find broken links on other sites and offer your awesome content as the new working replacement. And then there's a fantastic method called the skyscraper technique.
Let's zoom in on that last one, the skyscraper technique, because honestly, it's a total game changer. Here's how it works. First, you hunt down a really popular piece of content in your niche, one that already has a ton of backlinks. Step 2, you create something that just completely blows it out of the water. We're talking more detailed, better designed, totally up to date. Then, for the final step, you reach out to all those websites linking to that original, older piece, and you just say, hey, I saw you link to this great resource. I actually went ahead and created a newer, more thorough version you might like even better. See what you did there? You're not asking for a handout, you're offering them a genuine upgrade. But earning links isn't just about actively reaching out to people. The real foundation of any great off-page SEO strategy is creating content that people can't help but link to.
This right here is the golden rule. Seriously, if you create content that is genuinely useful, or super interesting, or just plain entertaining, it becomes what we call a linkable asset. People will just share it and link to it naturally because it makes them look smart for finding it. So what kind of content are we talking about? Think about things that provide massive value. Infographics, super easy to share and embed. Detailed how-to guides that solve a real nagging problem for someone. That's gold. Original research or deep dive case studies, that's unique data people will want to cite. And hey, don't forget free tools or simple checklists. They offer immediate, practical value that people absolutely love. Okay, so where does social media fit into this whole puzzle? Now, let's be clear. Google has said that social shares don't act as direct votes like backlinks do. But if you stop there, you're totally missing the point. A strong social media game gets your amazing content in front of way more eyeballs. And guess what? Some of those eyeballs belong to the bloggers, journalists, and creators who can give you those valuable backlinks. So think of social media not as the vote itself, but as the megaphone that helps you earn the votes. Now, with all this talk about earning links and building your reputation, it is absolutely essential to remember one thing. There's a right way and a very, very wrong way to do this. And you can bet Google is always watching.
This brings us to a really important distinction, what we call white hat versus black hat SEO. White hat is the good stuff, the sustainable, ethical approach where you earn links through great content and genuine outreach. Black hat, well, that's the dark side. It's all about risky shortcuts, like buying a bunch of spammy links or using these things called private blog networks or PBNs to fake your popularity. Look, those tactics might give you a tiny boost for a second, but trust me, they almost always lead to severe, long-term penalties from Google. It's just not worth it.
So let's just boil it all down to the basics. Stick to the do's you see here. Always focus on naturally building high-quality links from a bunch of different sources. Be a helpful, consistent presence. And please, avoid the don'ts like the plague. No buying spam links, no shady automation tools, and definitely don't spam blog comments. Your long-term reputation is your most valuable asset online. You have to protect it.
And that's our deep dive into off-page SEO. We've talked about what it is, why backlinks are basically the currency of the web, and how to earn them the right way without taking those risky shortcuts. So that leaves one final question, and this one's for you. What's the very first vote of trust your website is going to earn? Which strategy are you going to use to get it? Thanks for tuning in.